Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you all. Goodness, it has been a long time since I've done one of this style of video, and I have missed you. So, happy holidays, everyone. It is the 28th of December as I'm recording this, and I wanted to come on here and do a quick channel update video just to kind of let you guys know, just to do like a little recap of how 2022 went in the context of my writer life, and then also kind of talk about where we're going to be going in 2023 a little bit. At least as far as this channel is concerned. So shouldn't be too long of a video, but grab a beverage and settle in. Let's talk recaps. All right, so you probably saw the intro slide. I went ahead and made a little presentation for you. I guess you can take the girl out of the Air Force, but you can't take the staff officer out of the girl. So, here we go. All right. So for me, 2022 really was the year of transition. And I don't know if you guys have ever done the exercise where you like choose a word for the year. I don't know that I would have chosen transition if I would have really had another choice. But when I started trying to kind of think about, hey, what is 2022 going to look like for me and my family? That was just the year, or the word that came to mind, really, was, transition, right? Because we had a lot of major changes. So in April, I had my very last flight in the mighty UH-1N Twin Huey, at least the last Air Force one. As far as I know, I mean, things could change, you never know how life's going to go. And then in June, I had my retirement ceremony after 23 years in the Air Force. Shortly after that, we moved from Japan back to the United States. My retirement went effective in August. And then later, at the beginning of August, my retirement was effective. And then at the end of August, we closed on this house, this beautiful house that we had been building for, a little less than a year at that point. And that was very exciting. I didn't put this on the timeline, but it was one of those things where it was like, okay, we closed on the house and barely got the stuff in, and then immediately went to DragonCon. And then as soon as I got back from DragonCon, I immediately went to Denver in September to start my new job as an air ambulance pilot, which, by the way, you guys, I really love this job. The company that I work for, I'm not going to say their name because I told them that I wouldn't, but the company I work for so far they've been a really great company. And the people that I work with at my individual base here in Virginia they're fantastic. They're great professionals, really fun people, very personable, awesome teammates. The jobs that we get to do, so we're an air ambulance platform. So that means that we will respond to scene calls if there's like an accident and someone needs to be taken by helicopter from that scene to a medical facility. But we'll also do interfacility transfers, hospital to hospital when patients need to go from one to another to receive the proper care. And so it's really rewarding work, but really it's my teammates who make it fantastic. And the helicopter is super cool too. It's a very cool little helicopter, very responsive, very simple to start and everything. So if you were wondering about how that's going very well. The other thing that's great about it is the schedule allows me lots and lots of time to write, which was one of the main goals here in retirement, was to get a job that not only, allowed me to support my family, but also allowed me to grow my writing career. So let's talk. Oh, this didn't come out quite right. Oops. Too far. Go back. This got a little compressed, and so I apologize for that. But here is a look at the books and stories that I released in 2022. early in the year, I released Skies to Conquer, which was the third book in my Psyche of War trilogy that completed the trilogy. So that's fantastic. If you guys hear a little jingling, I apologize. There's a kitten in here with a bell on her collar. She's super cute. Her name is Ember. She might come up and say hi. But anyway, yeah, Skies to Conquer came out in February of 2022, completing my Psyche of War trilogy, and I'm very proud of it, very proud of the whole trilogy. Super excited to announce that I will be at MarsCon in 2023 with Skies to Conquer and the 2 previous books, Minds of Men, and The World of Slender. And I might just have some special edition hardcovers that will be available as a trilogy only. So stay tuned for that if that's the kind of thing that you're into. But in addition to that, I had a story come out in the Valkyries Initiative, which is a phenomenal anthology edited by my very good friend Marisa Wolf, good friend and co-author. And I also had my own anthology, No Game for Knights, come out in September that I co-edited with Larry Correa. Super proud of both of those. Really great collections. In addition to that, these smaller ones that you see here, Thus With a Kiss is a novella that I wrote initially for a Wild Stallions anthology that I kind of tweaked a little bit and self-published as a kind of a sweet YA paranormal romance, if you're into that sort of thing. Once Burned is a dark fantasy with a little bit of a romance element. Wicked Angel, I actually self-published. That's a Psyche of War story that I've been using as a reader magnet for years, but I went ahead and self-published it on Amazon. So it is a reader magnet. You can get it for free by signing up for my mailing list. But if you don't feel like getting emails from me every week and you just want to read the story, it's available for 99 cents on Amazon right now. So, well, and always. So let me know if you want it. And then Unintended Consequences is another science fiction short story that I released and self-published as well. So, yeah, I was actually, when I put this slide together, I was actually really surprised because I'd kind of gotten used to thinking of this year as, I hadn't done much on the writing and releasing front. But actually quite a bit actually happened. So it kind of surprised me. I don't have a slide for it because I don't necessarily have cover art for all of it. But in addition to this, I did write a full novel that I'm getting started working on the sequel with Chris Kennedy. So more to follow on that project. Some of you already know I wrote the first book, The Queen's Fixer, in the spring as part of an internship that I was doing while I was still on active duty. And so we're getting started working on the sequel to that. So that's very exciting. And in addition to that, I worked on the sequel to No Game for Knights, which will be the third anthology in the sort of noir fatale anthology series that Larry and I are doing for Baen. So really exciting stuff. It was actually a really good year on the writing front, especially when you consider all of these things that also happened. So, I'm just going to go ahead and take the W, right? Take your win. Move on. So let's talk about this channel. So 2022 was actually the very first year that I ever had Casey Ezel, this channel, Casey Ezel Writer Life. I think that I'm cute and I call it cool. But yeah, started the channel from scratch. And as of tonight, we have 157 subscribers. So I thank you all so much for liking and subscribing my videos and telling your friends about my videos and tuning in to watch my live streams. I'm really happy with that number. I think that's a pretty solid number, especially when you consider that for fully half the year, I really couldn't post much on the channel because of, moving and moving into a house and not having my equipment and things like that. So, So what we were able to do is I was able to put together 23 videos, and then in addition to doing 20 separate live streams. So I really had a great time with those live streams, and I really want to kind of get back into that as we move into 2023. So what I've decided, the problem though is that my work schedule, which is great because it allows me a lot of time for writing. The reason that it works that way is because I work for 7 days in a row. Well, it's actually 4 days and then 3 nights, and then I have seven full days off. So I cannot do the same sort of weekly live stream like I was doing before every Friday night, because every other Friday night I will need to be sleeping so that I can get up really early in the morning and go to work the next Saturday. So what I've decided to do is starting in 2023, on 9 January, which will be my first Monday that I'm not working in January, we're going to do what I'm calling Monday Madness. And that'll be every other Monday. We're going to do the same kind of deal. It'll be a live stream, so hosted here on StreamYard. Thank you, StreamYard. And I'll probably set it for 7 p.m. Eastern, so 7 p.m. Standard or Daylight Savings Time, depending on what, time warp we're in at the time. I'm just going to go live. I will have some topics to talk about. I will answer questions that can be posted in the Discord, just like before. I will also try to be consistent about posting on social media before the live stream so that everyone can have a reminder to come and hang out, grab your beverage, ask questions, suggest topics to talk about, and kind of check in with me as I check in with you, and see where I'm at in my writing life, where I'm at in my just regular life, and how things are going. In addition to that, I want to do some sort of consistent writing goal videos. So I'm going to open that up at the beginning of the year in January. So more to follow on that. I'm going to have a special guest on, and we're going to talk about what our goals are for the year in terms of how much we want to produce and what we want to release. And also like how to strike the balance between producing and hustling and burning out, right? And destroying your life. How do you be a sustainable high performer? And so I think it's going to be a really good discussion. And I hope that you all tune in for that. We're going to pre-record it, and then I will edit it and post it. So like I said, more to follow. In addition, you guys really seem to like my 20 books to 50K vlog. So, as well as my FactoryCon vlogs. So I'm going to do more of those. In 2023, right now, my plans are to attend MarsCon in January, Fantasy in March, LibertyCon in June, DragonCon at end of August, beginning of September, FactoryCon in October. And so that's 5 conventions. Pretty sure, unless I counted wrong. and yeah, I'm happy to vlog them and put those videos out for you guys so that you guys can kind of see. I also want to do some sort of video after action reports like I've done in the past with, again, with special guests. Marisa Wolf came on one time to talk about, I think last year's LibertyCon, and that was a lot of fun, a really good video. So we'll be doing that as well. In addition to the after action reports, I also just want to do some more interviews and chats with friends and colleagues of mine, people in the writing community, maybe even people not in the writing community, if you guys have interest. So what I really want to know, in addition to that, is what else? What else do you guys want to see? Go ahead and comment on this video or shoot me an email at casey@caseyezell.net and let me know what kind of content would you like to see out of Casey Ezell Writer Life in 2023. Because, the whole goal of this channel is to build this community. And so give me your input. Tell me what you would like to see, how you would like to interact with me, with this channel, with my content. So a little homework for you. And that's it. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's it as far as the slides are concerned. So So yeah, I'm really looking forward to 2023. I don't want to go too much into my my writing goals because, as I said, I have plans for a whole nother video on that. But I will say that you know, one of the things that 2022 really emphasized to me was that it is imperative that I look for, I like actively seek to find the joy in all of the things that I am doing. And one of the great things about retiring from the military is that I feel like I have a lot more space to do that now. I'm able to create situations where it's easier to find my joy, right? Like I can get this job that allows me the time that I need to write. I can buy this house that allows me the space that I need to set up this beautiful office and to write. I want you all to know that I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful for those opportunities, and I'm incredibly grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, for being a part of my community, for supporting this channel, supporting my books, supporting my friends' books. Without all of you, there would be no reason to do any of this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please accept my best wishes for a super happy holiday season and a wonderful new year. I hope that 23 brings you everything that you need, everything that you want, and that you too are able to find the joy in all that you do in the coming new year. So if you haven't already, I would love it if you would give this video the Chuck Yeager thumbs up. And tell your friends, subscribe if you like this content and you'd like to see more of it. And yeah, I'm Casey Zell, and this is my writer life. Bye.